And we are back. We keep running, and the show keeps running. So we out doing our thing, right? And chilling. Shout out to everybody who's been digging the videos. I know we got some people with some heat about that Matthew Stafford, that greedy stat stuffer on the backside of 30 trying to get more money out of the Rams. And some people, like I said, some people enjoy that video. You know what? Be honest with you, I don't even read the comments. I don't even read the comments to most of the stuff that goes on because I'm just like, okay, you like it, you like it. If you don't, you don't. But thanks for listening. But yeah, shout out to us, just rocking, doing our thing. So we jump from the exciting world of as the world turns, the LeBron James and the LA Lakers saga. To Coach Cal going Tupac on Kentucky. He's just taking food off their table. He's out there like Pac and hit him up. Remember they hit him up like when Tupac was at the end talking about, I hate all y'all. My 4-4 make sure your kids don't grow. I was like, wow. This is the same thing, you know what I'm saying? He's like, Mitch, I got your number, Mitch. He's bombing. Yeah, he's out there getting it. So Cal has a new office and a new town, and he wears new colors on his shirts. And this is coming to you out of Yahoo Sports, okay? But his strategy and recruiting board seems pretty much unchanged. However, as the 2025 five-star kids, Cameron Boozer says the former Kentucky head coach wasted no time reaching out to him once he got settled in as the next coach of the Razorbacks. Cal called me the other day, Boozer said, on Friday. He told me that he has the same coaches moving headquarters. He still wants to recruit us. So these are the Boozer boys. Carlos Boozer out of Anchorage, Alaska. I remember him playing at Duke and then him going on to the pros and everything. Apparently, these are his boys. I thought that they would be future Dukies. However, they seem to have an expressed interest in playing for Coach Calipari. Calipari seems to actually have their number because if he's talking to these kids directly, then it's on and popping. The Boozer boys headed to Arkansas, and they got a relationship with the coach. So here you can see clearly when you have a relationship with a coach, that's special because these guys, they didn't really come for the Lexington. You can't sell somebody on Lexington. And I'm not digging at Lexington. I got good peoples down in Lexington, but there's nothing for you to do. There's old money down there, equestrian farms, and look, if you're not into horse racing and things like that and ran down restaurants, then pretty much Lexington ain't for you. They get some good concerts every now and then, but you know, I mean, you have comedy off Broadway and then you got UK games. That's it. That is it. That is it. And, you know, you can't blame young kids for, you know, wanting something else. And especially when you go get these guys from all over, they don't care anything about a Kentucky Derby because it's not even in Lexington. The Derby's in Louisville. And so when guys come and they hang out in Louisville, they just like, oh man, this reminds me of home. Louisville's gutter. They get out to Lexington. Lexington's like, man, it's like Disney World out here. Not to say it's no real dudes out there. Let's be real. I know some real scary dudes in Lexington. It's just Halloween on these other cats. You just like, man, y'all dressing up. Y'all ain't like that. Y'all not built like that. Let me not go down that road. All right. So Cam Boozer and his twin, Caden Boozer, 4-star guard, will now consider Arkansas as the relationship they have with Calipari. and members of his Razorback staff seem to be as strong as ever, as it seems that they are back in action in Arkansas. That's all I can sit here and say, because these guys were on a fast track to play in Lexington. As soon as he moved to Arkansas, his first coaching hire was Kenny Payne out of Louisville, because they got championships together. He trusts them, and they got a brotherhood. Hey, look, I'm getting you. Let's rock. Let me get all these guys that I had signed to go to Kentucky to decommit and follow me to Arkansas. Oh, by the way, let me go after the kids from next year I was also getting to come and sign with me and play for Arkansas. It's so insane. Kentucky went from having the number 2 recruiting class to not even being mentioned. And then when they announced Mark Pope as the coach, it had little to no effect. Like, yeah, Kentucky boys at home. And I was talking to an avid Kentucky fan, and I was telling him, well, one good thing about Mark Pope is that he now can recruit the kids in the state of Kentucky who are diehard Kentucky fans. You know, and it was, for the life of me, I couldn't figure out how a kid is named King of the Bluegrass, Mr. Kentucky basketball, and he was never on the Kentucky team. They always went out and got higher talent from other states. However, now you get your wish. So you got you a Kentucky team. Cameron Boozer decided to get cryptic when asked about his upcoming visit plans. I'm going to take one more visit during the spring, and then I'll be done. Their mind is already made up. The Boozer boys, their mind is already made up where they're going to go. They have no ambitions of playing subpar basketball. And so Kentucky was pretty much scratched off as soon as Coach Cal left. Coach Cal left, the fanfare left, the celebrity, the pomp and circumstance. Yeah, they didn't win too many games that really mattered, like going to the Final Four. They hadn't been there since 2015. Hadn't won a championship since 2012. So, yeah. And then I think his last couple of years, I don't think they even won the SEC. So when we talk about, you know, hey, look, we got to get a coach to make a big splash, we're letting go of a guy who's really connected. I don't think they really thought that through, because you can sit up here and crow till the cows come home and say, oh, Coach Cal can't coach. Oh, he's this, he's that. We didn't win anything. We should have won this. We should have. That dude is so connected on the scene of the come up. He knows this kid is in Nike, BYL. He all of these different factions. He knows these kids coming out of Adidas. He knows these kids in Reebok, the All-Americans, the McDonald All-Americans. He knows this. So, and then on top of that, the Tyson Chicken King told him he has a recruiting budget that's wide open. He basically just opened a checkbook and said, write yourself a number. When you have deep pockets and you have well connected and you have deep connections, that is a sign of things to come. And they are going to play Kentucky. They're going to get Kentucky in Arkansas, and they're going to look to embarrass them. Oh, he'll be booed when he gets to Lexington, but they should be booing Mitch Barnhart. They should be booing Bob Stoops. Because had you given this man a practice facility like he wanted, and it didn't cost you all any money, he would still be there. But because he isn't, and this relationship has deteriorated and it is corrosive and toxic, now you got to deal with the fallout. Oh, yep. Asked about this destination for that one final visit, and it will be the 6'9" forward flashed a knowing grin before playing coy and saying, you'll see. He responded, according to Boozer, the schools most involved in the process are Miami, Duke, Florida, North Carolina, and Arkansas. He's already visited the Hurricanes, Blue Devils, Gators, leaving the Tar Heels and Razorbacks as the most likely recipient of the upcoming trip. So I'm gonna be honest with you. You can't sell Little Rock to anybody. Oh, look, shout out to everybody in Little Rock, Arkansas. I quick story, and then I'm gonna get out of here. I had the pleasure of going to West Memphis. And West Memphis, if you don't know what West Memphis is connected to Tennessee and Arkansas. It's the border. So you cross the bridge. And so when you leave in Tennessee, downtown Memphis, and then you cross the bridge, you're in West Arkansas. They call it West Memphis, but it's Arkansas or what have you. Them dudes was on demon time. And this is talking about years ago. So I stopped at a Kroger when I was in West Memphis. So Arkansas. So I stopped at a Kroger and I was asking one of the security guards because I think I got turned around for something or another. Now this is late 90s, right? That dude had a machine gun. I was like, it looked like a machine gun in a parking lot. And it threw me off because I had never seen nobody with a, here's a security guard. The most you see on security guards are flashlights. This dude had, it was just out. He had like a Rambo gun. I was like, yo, you really need that? Homeboy was like, stick around. No way. No way. So it got live, it got rowdy. I was like, nah, I'm out. And then I was traveling with my homie because he was going back home. Now he's from Marianna, Arkansas. All we seen was dirt and dogs, I swear, for like 2 hours. We get outside Little Rock. Little Rock is jumping. I ain't gonna front on them. Little Rock is jumping. Got some rough looking women there, but they jumping. Shout out to Arkansas. So we get to Marianna, Arkansas, and he like, yo, this is my hood. This is where I'm from. Fam, they didn't even have paved roads. I swear to you. This is the late 90s, fam. They didn't even have paved roads. Woke me completely out. I was like, what? I'm talking about it was all gravel. The whole hood was all gravel, full of shotgun houses. Them dudes was about that life. I'm talking about when you see cats walking in church shoes and no socks and like farmer bibs. Yo, I'm saying, them dudes was for real. And they wasn't like old men. These dudes was like 18, 19. You know what I'm saying? Wearing like gaiters and no socks and like blue jean bibs, like they've been out in the farm working. Was like, how is it like 1998, 1999 everywhere in America, but it's still 1960 out here? Yo, nah, man, I had a good time. Great people. But it was a wild experience. It was a super wild experience in Marianna, Arkansas. But there you have it. Kentucky now shipped into irrelevancy, on the path to nowhere. Coach Cal, he's like Tupac right now. He's in there. First off, forget your college and the click you clean. He giving them that thug life. My goodness. I hadn't thought about that Marianna story in years, but I was scared for my life. I don't know what I was scared of more. I think I was scared of the machine gun in a Kroger parking lot by the security guard, or was it the fact that it's like super hot? This dude is wearing gaiters and no socks and like a blue jean coverall bib, like he's out there in the field picking stuff. Man, it was just weird. Yeah, we gotta go, but we'll be back. Final story of the day coming. This is